Hey gang, today we're going to make a simple tab section in Squarespace 7.1. You can see super easy. What I love about tabs is they load right on the page right away. So when you switch between tabs, it's super quick. So I found a super simple way to do this, and that's what we're going to install in today's tutorial. All right, so here I am on my website page, my blog page where I talk about it. I don't want to be in edit mode for this. So we'll jump over here to the code section, and what we're gonna do, let's just look through this real quick. We're gonna add some HTML elements with button classes, so those are gonna be the tabs. Then we're gonna add some JavaScript that is gonna get called whenever we jump between, whenever we click any of the buttons. And then we have some CSS to style it. So these are the three things we're gonna need to add. So first things first, let's copy this HTML, go over to our test site, and let's just put the page together. So I'm going to create a new blank page. We'll do this tabbed page, and let's hit edit. We're gonna add just some header up here. I'll just click that. Then below, I want to add this is going to be where our tabs go. So I'm going to insert in a code block, paste in that HTML. There we go. Gallery, about, contact. You can see it's just the default theme of the browser I got there. That's the coloring. And now let's actually make this a bit smaller. And then let's add in our three sections. So I'm going to add another section, which I want it to be a gallery. Add that. I'm going to add another section, which I want it to be sort of about. So I'll just use that. Then third, let's add a contact section, and I'll just do this. And I'm going to add in my email just so this will work, because if you don't put in an email, the form won't appear. So we'll connect that, apply, hit save, and there we go. We got the basic structure up. Now, next, we got this JavaScript, and we're going to add this JavaScript just below the HTML element. And you'll see, because we have these $signs, the JavaScript is using jQuery. So if you don't have jQuery installed on your website, it's very easy. It's just like copying and pasting one line of code into your page, to your site header. You can just click that install jQuery button, and you'll see how to do it. Quick tutorial. But I'm going to copy all of this. And if you're interested in getting into improving your coding skill sets a little bit, I would jump into this JavaScript and look at it a bit more. It's fairly readable, so you can sort of understand what's happening. So like function tab one click. So you'll look at our HTML, the on click function is tab one click. So when you click on gallery, this function is run. So scroll down to our JavaScript. Here's our tab one click. Actually, we don't need to console log that. I'll have to remove. But that won't hurt anything. You'll see we're going to select our button, our inth of type 1 button, which is our gallery, apply the active class, and then remove the active class from the other two buttons. So that's indicating, hey, this gallery button, we're gonna give it a CSS class that's active, and we can style it how we want. And then we're going to change up our data section ID. So we're going to show the first data section ID, which is going to be this gallery, and we're going to hide the other two. And then we just do the exact same function for tab 2 click, but we just change around our show to be the second section, our button here to be the second. We add the class to the second button there, and then same with third. So it's fairly simple if you want to get into JavaScript, but I will leave that to you. So now let's copy in our CSS. That was probably more info than you cared, but there we go. I did it anyway. So we'll go to home, we'll go to design, custom CSS, and let's paste in our CSS there. So now you can see this is styled, but nothing is happening when I jump between the two. So let's hit edit. And what we want to do now is we want to get the data section ID of each one of these sections, section 1, gallery, section 2, about, section 3, contact, and then put it into this JavaScript code here where it just says data section ID, first section ID. We want to put it in there. So I'm going to hit apply. I'm going to save this. Let's see what the URL of this page is. I'll just copy that, scroll, scroll over here. This is our old one. I'll paste it in here. Now here we go. So now I'm going to pull up my developer mode and select this section. Look for our section here. I know because this is highlighted blue, this is highlighted blue, so I'm on the right one. Data section ID. Going to copy that entire thing. Copy. Go back into our editor here. And I'm going to paste it in where it says first section ID. So be sure you're pasting it in the right area. You see I still have quotes, double quotes around my numbers and letters here, and single quotes outside the square bracket. So make sure the syntax is the exact same. If it's not going to work. And then I'm going to scroll down. Each data section ID, you put it in twice for each button, or 3 times rather for each button. Now let's find the second one. Okay, now I've added in my data section IDs, section 1, section 2, section 3 times for each one of the buttons. Hit apply. Now let's save. Let's see if this thing works. So there we go. So it's only showing my first one. Hit about, boom, contact, boom. So that is great. It also works, of course, on mobile as well. It's going to stack the buttons there. But there we go, easy peasy. If you want more tutorials like this, if this helped you, send me a link. I would love to see how you've done this on your website or on a client's website that you're building. I'd love to see how you've customized it to make it look awesome. If you want more tutorials like this, stay connected, sign up for my newsletter on my website, or just hit the subscribe button below. Take it easy.